Anyhow, we shall start. Let us see slowly, slowly. We shall bring more people. As sometimes they say, God cannot live without devotees, and devotees cannot live without God. If devotees do not call, God thinks, why should I bother, let me sleep. So God goes to sleep. On the other hand, if there is no God, the devotees suffer from Maya, tormented by this Maya. So we need both. So this only God bless YouTube and live stream on all this modern technology, Zoom, but that is not enough. Do you know how I look at it? If you read Sermon on the Mount from the Bible, from a book, you will get one kind of idea. But if you join with Christ on the Mount and you listen directly from Christ, that is another effect. That is the reason we need holy company. We need person to person. It is a life inspires life. So anyhow, we did very well last year and this half year of this 2021. Anyhow, I worked very hard in California, where I was working on the Holy Mother's pictorial biography. I made very, very good progress. As you know, Sri Ramakrishna's A Divine Life in Pictures has spread all over the world now. We are getting very good response. Do you know how I feel? Sometimes I was talking to one Swami, but Swami, I am depressed. A junior Swami. I am in my ashrama, no human beings come. I cook, I eat, no contact. Just I give some classes over the Zoom, but no human beings come. Only one or two devotees bring some food. I do not know how you people survive in this country, he was telling me, young monk. Really, this COVID created such a havoc in the minds of the people all over the world. Fear. So many people died. Anyhow, we should not be pessimistic, we should be optimistic. We shall depend on God and move on, that's all. This world is not a permanent place and body is not eternal. We know it. But God gives us this precious body. It is a vehicle to realize God, only in human body. It is very, very precious. So we shall use it to reach our goal. Anyhow, I came yesterday and today I shall start to speak on Stories of the Vedanta Monks, part 42. As you know, it is a series of lectures based on the second generation monks of the Ramakrishna order. Ramakrishna is the source, then came Ramakrishna's disciples, that is the first generation. Second generation, the monks who were trained by the Ramakrishna's disciples. So, those stories we must listen, and we shall get some spiritual guidance from them. They demonstrated how to lead a spiritual life. The whole summer, Only one Saturday, the first Saturday I did not speak. Otherwise, every Saturday I gave talk in Kali Mandir on various topics, especially on these stories of the Vedanta monks. Only one Sunday I went to Hollywood to give a talk. Otherwise I did not travel. I cancelled my trip to Sacramento. I got so many invitations, I did not go. So we shall start. Which is the spiritual discourses by Swami Madhavananda. He was the president of the Ramakrishna Order. He was born in 1888 and passed away in 1965. He was a great, great Swami. Role model. Mother's disciple. Balloon March, Friday, 28th December 1962. If you have faith in God, yearning, longing, hunger for God will come. If somebody praises you inside the water, you gasp, you dive for breath. Similar longing we need to lead the spiritual life. Then you will see God. The yogis are afraid of comfort. When comfort comes, your growth stops. For that reason, those who are extremely rich, they get comfort, and that stops their advancement to spiritual life. Take minimum things. Always focus your mind on God. When we talk about yearning, longing, we think about Sri Ramakrishna. Seeing the setting sun, Sri Ramakrishna would cry, Mother, another day is gone in vain, still thou art not revealed unto me. Another thing, Yubaiva dharmasi losyat. Mahabharata says, when you are strong, physically, mentally, try to get something. Try to earn something. In old age, aches and pain, we remember. Very difficult in old age to make progress in a spiritual life. Sometimes we think, well, I shall be able to make it. Do you know what happens? Mind instantly comes to the body. If we have a severe pain, it is very difficult to focus on God. But do you know what is our effort? What we do? When you are not well physically, at that time recollectedness remains, constant recollectedness of God. If you practice, that momentum comes. That momentum is very, very important. I noticed this, some Swami is dying, lips are moving, repeating mantra. Because all through his life he is repeating mantra, so even at the time of death, that thing comes. Practice, practice, practice. Swami Brahmananda used to say, struggle, struggle, struggle. That is called the spiritual life. We'll have to struggle. We'll have to practice. We'll have to create hunger inside. Comfort. Another Swami, I remember, told me, when the motor car is ready in the assembly line, it comes in the final point. All parts are connected. At that time, they fill up the tank with gas. What else they do? They lubricant all the pistons of the engine. Lubricants, very, very important. Otherwise, do you know what will happen? You turn on the engine, through these pistons and the engine, all the parts, there will be tremendous friction and there will be fire. You need that lubricants. Glossy. You think, oh, that is dirty. Oh, they are very important. This lubricant is called bhakti. In spiritual life, karma yoga especially, becomes very smooth, comfortable, if you have that lubricant, a little love for God. That's all. A little lubricant. Sri Ramakrishna said, in this age he was Rama, he was Krishna, verily, in this body as Ramakrishna. Until he takes a new form, new avatar. Sri Ramakrishna Swamiji said in Belur Math rule book that Sri Ramakrishna will remain in his subtle body. Do you know what that means? It means if you call, he will quickly respond. Physically he is not visible, but his subtle body is still working. You will get quick response from the Master. If you have that way, I say the way bhava, the mood, the spiritual mood, if you have, that is called puja, that is called worship. When you are working at that time, have some thoughts, recollectedness of God. The leaf of the lotus leaf is on the top of the water, but on the top of the water it cannot get wet. Similarly, in this world, stay unattached in this world. Do all of your duties. Bring Sri Ramakrishna and Holy Mother in your life. And Sri Ramakrishna and Holy Mother demonstrated this thing to us. It is ignorance, deluded us. That is the reason we are miserable. How to work? I saw in Belur Math, 500, 600 people will eat. You will have to cut their vegetables. Nearly 1,000 workers are there, and nearly 20, 25 brahmacharis, young monks, or some old monks, they cut vegetables. And one of the brahmacharis will read either gospel or some books. So they are cutting vegetables and they are listening. That is the tradition in Belur Math. I met Swami, Srinath Maharaj, Swami Dibbatapananda, Swami Mahapurush Maharaj's disciple. Old, retired, but he used to come to that kitchen side, that hall, to cut vegetables. Well, I do not want to eat Sri Ramakrishna's food without giving any service to him. Cutting vegetables. 2 hours, old sadhu. Another sadhu I asked, Prabodh Maharaj. He used to make garlands. Evening, Vesper times, he used to give a garland to Sri Ramakrishna. So beautiful. 3 o'clock in the afternoon he will come. The flowers he collected in the morning and make garlands. Beautiful you will find in the evening, Sri Ramakrishna Austerity time. That is called puja. When he is making garlands, he is repeating mantra. We can do same thing while cooking and vacuuming our rooms. Our activities may be different, but we can connect with the spiritual life. These are the practical things. God is our own. He is all-loving. Then why there is so much suffering, pain, misery in this world? There are many reasons. All happiness, misery come due to our past karma, which is all karma. As Swamiji says, nothing comes to us which we do not deserve. We deserve that. My back pain, I deserve it. Karma. দোষ কারো নাই গো মা শ্যামা আমি সকাত সলিলে ডুবে মরি শ্যামা. Do not blame anybody, mother. It is I am drowned in my well which was dug by me. I dug my well and I am drowned there. Nobody dug the well for me. I dug myself. It is a song of Ram Prasad. No one to blame. Karma. What shall I do? Forbear and work. Forbear and work. Swamiji one day says, well, if I think I have my call has come, I shall go. If Master does not want any work from me, I am ready to go. It is God's grace that human beings attain devotion and knowledge. But the secret is longing. I sometimes ask people, talk to God. One of our devotees is bedridden, cannot move in Portland. I was talking to him. I told him, instead of complaining and cursing people, just think that you will have to go one day. Just pray and meditate. And meditation is not possible at that time. Talk to God. Talk to Sri Ramakrishna. That way you can be able to release some of your pent-up emotion. Talk to God. I do. When I have pain, I say, Master, I will have to work for you. Fix it or I do. The last 2-3 days I was fighting with Sri Ramakrishna. Anyhow, Swamiji says, a cow does not lie. A wall does not steal. But the cow remains the cow, and the wall remains the wall. They do not change. Human beings, sometimes they do some good, sometimes they do some bad. Again, they can attain love and devotion and attain knowledge. Do you know what does it mean? Change, you can change. This change is very, very, only human beings can do it because we have the intellect. I remember some years ago I was listening to a evangelical video station in California. One black African American pastor was lecturing. You people must change. You're shouting like anything. They have tremendous voice. Change. Then he says, do you know how they make the Hollywood movie? You are the script writer. He is the editor. He is the director. He is the producer. And you submitted the script. They select actor, actresses. They then go for shooting. They go for shooting. They shoot. Did not come out right. Now the story does not flow. Cut. Believe that script, and then the script writer will have to change his script. If you do not change, your movie will not come out. Change. Oh, here you write this way, this way, this way. The director, producer, they will come and tell you. Then do you know what happens? What does it mean? To complete one movie, they lose $40 to $50 million. $40 to $50 million will be waste because of the change. Then when the movie comes, it's smooth, it will bring all money back. So if you do not change, your movie will not come out. And see the waste. The man, I was so impressed, I cannot tell you. Same thing, if you really want to change your life, you must practice. You must bring God to you in your life. Otherwise, godless life, eat, sleep, die. Value Allah, go. A few pounds of ashes, that's it. We know it. That Swamiji says, a cow does not lie, the world does not steal, but human beings can do some mistakes, but they can change. A sinner can be a saint. That Swamiji was talking about. Swami Turiyananda used to say, কাপড়ে সাবান লাগানোর মতো. Of course, we do not have, at that time, we did not have any washing machine. Your dirty clothes, you rub, we used to rub sunlight soap. Rub, then thrash, then you see your clothes, all dirt is gone. That is the way. কাস্তে কাস্তে ময়লা চলে যায়. Washing, the dirt will go away. Similarly, your mind, all impurities will be washed away by practicing japam and meditation. Belur Math, Saturday, 12th January 1963. In this present age, physical austerity is not necessary. Too much austerity, our bodies are not built that way. When we reach Swami Turiyananda's austerity, Swamiji's austerity, Brahmananda's austerity, how is it possible? Really, I cannot practice. I will die. Their bodies, minds are a special image. They are the children of Sri Ramakrishna. They are the role model. With this book, the Prachin Sadhuder Katha, The stories of the Vedanta monks, first volume has gone to the printer. They are now buying paper. If you read their lives, you will know what is called the spiritual life. Role model. This story Swami quite often shows. Do you know how you are supposed to repeat mantra? I was watching from Laguna Beach. Oh my goodness. Long Beach, Los Angeles Port, water. Hundreds of boats are in the ocean because they cannot empty these boats and fill them up. So all these boats are floating on the ocean and they anchored. They anchored with their chain, they anchored. So I was watching my uncle, why so many boats? Well, then I read in the paper that Los Angeles port cannot handle. So many boats are coming because merchandise are not cleared and this. It is a mess. In the plane also, when I saw, I thought, oh my goodness, so many boats inside the ocean. They dropped the anchor, chain. As you know, chain, it is not a continuous. One link with another link, one link with another link. The Swami is telling, do you know what? Mantra is just like holding that each link, you are repeating a mantra and going down, going down, going down. Go at the bottom, inside your heart. That he is talking about. Hold the link. Each link is one mantra. Then you will get the pearl, which is in the bottom of the ocean. Beautiful analogy. Another analogy he gave, he is very nice. Somebody asked Maharaj, how shall I meditate? Do you know what he said? You are an artist. Here is the canvas. First, what do? You take a pencil and you do the sketching. Eyes, head, nose, mouth, ear. First, you with the pencil, you do the drawing. Then you have brush and you have paint, all colored. So you started with the brush, you started to put color, and then you make a human figure or a scenic, anything, ocean or any gulf, trees, flowers, anything you can draw. But first you will have to do the pencil sketch. The Swami said, that is the way. First concentrate. Suppose you are meditating. Sri Ramakrishna's feet, his knee, his fingers, his chest, his collarbone, his beard, his mouth, nose, ears, eyes, forehead, head, whole face, whole body. Focus your mantra in each place. That is called pencil drawing. Then meditate his whole figure inside your heart. You see, these people practice it, and then they experience it, and then they tell us how to do it. You need faith and concentration. Then he told that the story, Bibhishan gave a name of Rama and tied you in a piece of cloth and told the person, hold it and cross the walk over the ocean. That person took it with this faith. You will be able to walk over the ocean. Then he opened on the ocean, all of a sudden he was curious to see what is there. The woman opened, oh, Rama. Only this name. Immediately he sunk. He drowned. He was drowned. Never lose faith. The mantra Guru gave to you, hold on that mantra. and Ishto. That Swami was talking about. And when you read the Gospel, these two words you will hear again and again from Sri Ramakrishna. Dub dao, egiye jao. Dub dao, dive deep, egiye jao, go forward. These are the two words Sri Ramakrishna used again and again to the devotees. You see, we are on the surface. We do not go deep. Our desires are holding up. We cannot go down. Into darshan, if you do not see God, don't be discouraged. Until your mind is completely cleaned and desireless, you will not see God. But if you make effort, grace will come. Swami Turiyananda used to say, God is not a snake that you will repeat a mantra and the snake will come to you. He is our own embodiment of compassion and love. Only bhalabasa diye take banda jai. You can really bind God through love. I shall tell you a very beautiful story. Swamiji was traveling in the Himalayas. His disciple, Swami Chetanananda, Gupta Maharaj, was with him. Swamiji was thinking, I am supposed to travel by myself. And this fellow has become my disciple and now he is hanging on me. I want to get rid of this disciple. Then one day Swamiji said, hey Gupta, cook for me. He started cooking. And Swamiji went to take bath and then he left. He thought, I shall never go. I shall never return. In the evening, he went quite a distance. He was thinking, this person surrendered to me. And he is very faithful. He was a station master, railway station master. He depends on me. Swamiji again returned. After 4 or 5 hours walk, he again came back. Hey Gupta, did you cook? Yes, Maharaj. Did you eat? No, Maharaj. You did not eat, so how can I eat? Swamiji looked at him. Let us eat first. After eating food, do you know what Swamiji said? I wanted to leave you. Because I have a mission, I'll have to do it by myself. But later I found that you depend on me. So I came back. Then Gupta Maharaj said, Guruji, you cannot leave me. I charge you with my love. You know, when I read that story, I thought, how much love and faith for the Guru. If you read his story, life story, tears will come from your eyes. In Belur Math, whole night he used to fan his Guru in summer. তিনি ভিতরে বাইরে সর্বত্রই রয়েছেন. God is inside, God is outside. I remember a funny story. One of our friends, he was coming from a very rich family. We used to ask him, brother, how far is God realization? God realization, this life only I am practicing how to leave home. Next life, God realization. But ঘর বাড়ি ছাড়া প্র্যাকটিস করছি আই এম প্র্যাকটিসিং হাউ টু লিভ হোম অ্যান্ড ফ্যামিলি নেক্সট লাইফ ইজ গড রিয়েলাইজেশন হি ওয়াজ ভেরি ফানি You know, if you have love, you can force. A child forces mother, you buy this toy for me, otherwise I shall cry. You will have to buy this toy for me. And you will buy this thing. The child will pull mother's clothes. I shall not leave the shop until you buy for me. Mother is bound to buy. That is called tying somebody through love. We can force. You'll have to do it for me. I remember when Swamiji was in America second time, he was in Ridgely for 6 months. Nothing was working. Swamiji was not well either. He was telling the devotees, if everything goes wrong, I shall rouse Atmaram, Miss Ramakrishna. He will make my everything favorable. We need that kind of love, that kind of faith, so that you can force. You'll have to do it for me. God is inside, outside, bhitere, baire. যথোদকম শুদ্ধে শুদ্ধম আশিক্তম তাদৃগে ভবতি এবং মুনির বিজানত আত্মা ভবতি গৌতম It is in the Katha Upanishad. যথোদকম শুদ্ধে শুদ্ধম When water mixed with another water, both river water or any water, you put the ocean water, both becomes the ocean water. Same among munir bijanato, when you know the Atman, this individual consciousness and God consciousness becomes one. He was talking about constant thinking, remembering what happens. You will feel that somebody is working inside you. You feel the presence. Thakur bolten sha sha sha. Sri Ramakrishna used to say forbear, forbear, forbear. In family life, in this life, in this world, there is no other way. Tang stitikshasva bharata. Krishna says in the Gita. Matra sparshasya kunteya shitoshna sukhu dukkhada agama pain anitta tang stitikshasva bharata. The happiness and misery comes in contact with the senses and sense objects. Your sense organ and sense objects bring favorable sensation, happiness. Unfavorable sensation, unhappiness. That is the way it works. Matra, sparshas, kuntya, shitoshna, sheet, cold, heat and cold, happiness and misery, it comes from the contact of the sense objects. Agoma apaino, they come and go, they come and go, they come and go. They are not permanent. So, tan stitik shasya bharata, so forbear, forbear, forbear. I remember, I memorized a verse from the Monu Samhita. Sukham me charati shloke, sukham me charati loke, sukham ja pratibuddhate. Abhamanta vinashati. Sukhami abhamato sete, sukham ja pratibuddhate, sukhami charati loke, abhamanta vinashati. Somebody is torturing you, humiliating you. Do not react. Do you know why? Because that person is want to sell his anger and hatred and jealousy and everything to you. Do not buy. Forbear. Then do you know what will happen? You will go to bed sleepy, you will sleep happily. You will get up happily. You will move in this world happily. Abhamanta vinashati. The humiliator will perish. It is in Manu Samhita. Forbear. Do not react. Sojjo karo. Mother, Holy Mother used to say, Baba, prithivir moto sojjo gun chai. My son, one should have patience like the Mother Earth. Look how many things are going on in the Mother Earth. Mother Earth does not complain. This is a beautiful word, Mother Earth. We need that kind of patience. How to live in this world. How a beautiful way he said. সহ্য করা সংসার জীবনের একান্ত প্রয়োজন। In this world, life in this world, forbearance, forgiveness are very important. Do not harbor ill feeling for everybody. That would be a cancer. That will destroy our heart. The person who is harboring all the time ill feeling against others, that person is ruining his or her life. He was talking about forbearance. I remember Swami Dhireshananda told me a story. A person, somebody was trying to irritate a monk. That he was a great monk. That monk replied, এখানে আগুন নেই, there is no fire inside. I do not want to retaliate. I have calmness and peace, I have change in my life. So I am not angry and I will not curse, I will not do anything. You do whatever you like, that is your job. I shall not buy your stuff. সৎকাজ, সচ্চিত্তা, সঞ্চিতা, প্রার্থনা এগুলির দ্বারা ভক্তি লাভ হয়। How can I attain devotion? Good action, good thoughts and prayer. Good action, good thoughts and prayer. You know, Swami Vivekananda, in the beginning of Karma Yoga, made a tremendous statement about character. As I was telling in the very beginning, change. What can you change? You can change your character. Character. What is character? Whatever you do, whatever you think, that leave impressions in the mind. Sum total of those impressions form the habit. And the habit forms character. Sometimes we say, hey, oh, he's a character, she is a character. What is character? Habit forms character. Every day you do good, 80 good actions, 80 good thoughts. Nobody is perfect. We shall not be able to make 100. If you can make 100 good thoughts, good everything, then you are a saint. We are human beings. I remember when I was working, I had an attendant, you know. I asked, hey, that fellow quite often used to make mistakes. So I scolded him. He's an elderly person. I was young. Why do you make mistakes? He was saying, sir, two persons do not make mistakes. God and Satan. God is perfect, he doesn't make any mistake. And Satan makes mistakes, he doesn't admit it. I'm a human being, I make mistakes. I shall never forget that old man. So we are not perfect. So what happens? That 80 good thoughts, 80 good actions, day in, day out, you will find your character is bound to be good, and vice versa. How we can change our character? Habit will be formed. Morning and evening I shall sit in the shrine. Whether I like it or don't like it, I must go and sit in the shrine. I shall repeat my mantra, I shall pray. Sometimes I read. That is the way. Hori se lagi raho re bhai, tera banad bani jai. Constantly, a divine fragrance must come to your mind. You know, there are some people, I tell you frankly, I hear so many good things from the YouTube. Some people, devotee wrote to me, Swami, almost several hours a day I listen to your talk through YouTube. That is my holy company. Last summer, our one devotee is from San Diego. He and his wife came with 2 cameras, and Swami would like to know about how you became a monk. So I had to tell 50 minutes how I became a monk. My goodness, I saw 12,000 people watched it. In YouTube, how I became a monk, if you type it, you will find it. So many people watched that movie. The modern technology, very good. Belmont, Wednesday, 16 January 1963. Sri Bhagavan's Kripate Sadguru Labha. It is God's grace that you have a good guru. Take initiation, mantra from that guru, and then practice your sadhana. You will have to make an effort. Purity, patience, and perseverance are indispensable in a spiritual life. With that, you will have to build your life in character. By making an effort a few days, don't give up. Continue your sadhana. Never lose faith and patience. You will see the light. When the time comes, in the twinkling of an eye, you will see God. You focus your whole mind on Him. There is a power in the name of God. Whenever you move around, repeat his mantra. You need yearning, longing. God is one, but he has many names. In whatever name you call him, he listens. I was watching my one interview, I think, in the QMX radio television station, Channel 4. One Catholic interviewer asked me, Swami, is Hindu God, Christian God, Muslim God, Jewish God, are gods different? That was the question. I said, when the sun rises, can you say that is the Hindu sun, Christian sun, Jewish sun, Hindu, Muslim sun? Can you say? Can you put a stamp there? Swami, I got my answer. My God, your God, your God. Foolish. You must be sincere. Sri Ramakrishna demonstrated how to realize God in easy way and a quick way. Why you are not seeing God? There is a cause. We have not come in this world like Paramahansa. We have so many shortcomings in our life. But man does not become worse. Swamiji says, never undervalue yourself. Never, do not lose your self-esteem. You are the Atman. All power is within you. Manifest that power. And God's grace will dawn on you if you make an effort. The yogis see God everywhere, but ordinary people see the world only, which depends upon your sanskar, your previous life's impression, and your outlook toward life. Your present life is the outcome of your past karma. Your future life depends upon your present karma. This is the gospel truth. Human beings are the architect of their own fate. So, don't worry and never lament, and whatever is done is done. Build your life and character from today. He is everywhere, inside, outside. He is playing hide and seek game with us. Like a little child, you pray to God, Lord, hold on my hand. I do not know anything. Let there be no theft in the chamber of our heart. That Sri Ramakrishna says. Bhaber ghare churi korona. Means be sincere. Unite your mouth, speech and the mind. That one is very difficult. Manmukh ekkarai dharma, Sri Ramakrishna says. What is true religion? To unite the mind, speech and the mind. Not so easy. All right, up to this today, let me say my prayer. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sanau Bhunaktu, Saha Virjam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhi Tamastu Ma Vidvishabhai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May Brahman protect us, may he guide us, may he give us the strength and right understanding May love and harmony be with us all. Om, peace, 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 control.